Good morning, my good friends. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my live stream. Welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my channel. Let me introduce myself. My name is Andre Lefevre, and I am a citizen journalist, and I like to mouth off on things political, things cultural, things interesting, and I am an extreme libertarian. And I want to talk about election fraud this morning. This is a headline from New York Post from today. Margin between candidates narrows in Ohio special election. Troy Balderson and who is the Republican, and Cory O'Connor. What has happened, and this is I am on Cincinnati.com. Ohio special election, how Franklin County lost and found 588 votes in tight race. Democrats have manufactured, let me go back here, 588 fraudulent votes. Now, the margin, according to New York Post, is 1,564 60 votes. There's a story on the Cincinnati Enquirer. Let me see if I can click on this. Let's see if we can bring this up. This is Cincinnati.com. Ohio 12 margin narrows as Franklin County finds votes. So basically, Franklin County Democrats have manufactured 588 votes. Columbus, the tight race between Democrat Danny O'Connor and Republican Troy Balderson just got tighter. Note that this Democratic rag puts Democrat first and Republican second. Seems inaccurate, but there's a reason why they do that. Election officials in Franklin County found 588 previously uncounted votes in a Columbus suburb. The result, O'Connor has net gain of 190 votes, bringing the race margins down to 1,564. Now, I'm sure there will be a recount. There will be a lot of there's a lot of commentary, but don't let the corporate controlled media sway you. It is an election fraud. We're watching the election fraud in progress. Here's an article from Washington Post. It frames it frames a problem of Democrats and Republicans worried about voter fraud as if it was equal. Democrats worry about disfranchisement, Republicans worry about voter fraud. It shows has a different graph, but here's the one that I'm kind of interested in to show the disingenuous of the whole parity, since Republicans really never fix elections, or almost never fix elections, and Democrats do it every election because their ideas are not popular. So, according to Washington Post, the mouthpiece of the Democratic Party and the mouthpiece of the globalists, Democrats. Major problems in the election system, according to Democrats. Wealthy have too much influence, and for Republicans, media bias against candidates. Well, you know what? Democrats, wealthy are the Democrats. In our society, very rarely you see independent wealthy person. Most of the wealthy people are either part of the corporate democratic elite, such as Silicon Valley, or people who made money in the military industrial complex. And all of those people vote Democrats. So the wealthy class, that fabled 1%, is liberal, and they vote Democrat. So I'm going to dismiss that. You can worry about it all you want, but wealthy people are not Democrats in our country. Wealthy people are not Republicans in our country. Wealthy people are Democrats. The second worry is too few vote, and the Republicans say uninformed voters. I would say the following: way too many people vote. This is why Democrats import. This is why Democrats import illegal aliens so they can vote them illegally and hopefully create an amnesty so they can vote them legally. I saw numbers that only in California, roughly 3 million illegal votes have been cast in 2016. Cemeteries vote, illegals vote. Too many people vote who shouldn't be voting. In San Francisco area, it is legal for non-citizens to vote in local elections. And guess what? How in the hell they're going to differentiate in San Francisco whether those non-citizens going to vote in federal election as well, since it's usually held on the same date. There is no mechanism to do that. So Democrats, way too many people who shouldn't be voting are voted. Um, the next thing, according to Washington Post, outside interference or foreign influence, and for Republicans, too few vote. I don't know where they got that idea in Republicans too few vote. Outside interference or foreign influence. How about Soros is paying for our elections? Last time I checked, he wasn't a U.S. citizen. How about Chinese are interfering in our elections? Chinese government. How about soliciting money from the Gulf states and illegally funneling it towards American elections? Again, Democrats are worried about the stuff that they are themselves are doing. The next thing, uninformed voters, and Republicans worry about illegal voters. Uh, to be a Democrat, you have to be uninformed because Democrat people don't vote; they're being voted. Let me repeat that again. Democrat voters do not vote as individuals; they are being voted by their masters. Democrats, to vote Democrat, you have to be a slave. You have to be a collectivist. You have to enjoy being ruled. Republicans, on the other hand, the freedom-loving people, those ones who support Trump, are individuals. So it is not an equal thing. Democrats believe this, Republicans believe that. No, the Democrats are slaves and they're being voted, being told what to do. We, the freedom-loving people, who have to vote Republican because we have a two-party system, even though I myself is not registered to any party, we make our own mind. We make our own mind. We use our own noodle. Democrats don't do that. They're being voted in blocks. The minorities, the blacks, are being voted. Latinos are being voted, Asians are being voted, gays are being voted, feminists are being voted. Notice that married women in bulk voted for Trump. Single women in bulk voted for the evil grandma, which means that married women make their own mind up. The unmarried feminists, they're being voted by their masters. The next one, eligible voters being denied the vote. That's what Democrats think. Wealthy have too much influence. I agree with that. Wealthy have way too much influence, and wealthy are the Soroses, they are the Googles, they are the Buffetts, they are the major wealthy Democrats who want to subjugate us, the freedom-loving people. Eligible voters, all eligible voters being denied the vote. Yeah, it happens. But what happened is that Black Lives Matter, the Black Panther party denies the conservatives the vote. They post people wearing black uniforms at the polling stations in the Democrat-controlled areas and prevent freedom-loving people, Republicans, conservatives, from voting. No, there is no credible report in the last 40 years that Republicans and conservatives somehow prevent eligible Democrats from voting. That's a lie. It doesn't exist. The only people who prevent eligible voters to vote are the Democrats. They are the brown shirts. They are the black shirts. They are the modern day Nazis who don't believe in a in the process of the open elections because their ideas are unpopular. And the only way they can win is by rigging the elections. Again, Democrats think that media has media bias against candidates. Yeah, media bias is against the conservative, libertarian, and Christian candidates. There's no media bias against, I'm talking about corporate control media, against the democratic, Marxist, progressive Nazi candidates. So that was that. Washington Times judge threatens to hold a Attorney General Sessions in contempt over asylum deportations. Well, that's only one thing that I like about a turncoat Sessions is that he keeps on deporting illegals. The judge wants to stop it, and that has everything to do with the elections. That has everything to do with the elections. The Democrats want to pack voter rolls with the illegals so they can vote them illegally. So they lost the ideas of they lost the battle of ideas. They lost their arguments. So they just want to force the change of demographics on our country so they stay in power. If the elections were fair and if Democrats did not rig them, they would never be in power. Their socialist Nazi ideas, the fascist ideas of the modern progressives who are in the Democratic Party, are not popular. Americans rejected them. And the only way Democrats can win is if they rig elections. And Infowars and Alex Jones are still banned of the major internet platforms. They're still banned, as you know, earlier this week, Facebook and let's see here. Let's go back to this. Facebook and Google, YouTube banned Alex Jones. That everything has to do with the elections. He calls himself a tip of the spear of the freedom, and I agree with that. He is the most popular citizen journalist we have, who did not kowtow to Chinese, who did not kowtow to the globalists, who did not kowtow to the Marxist fascist elite that we have in our country. So they have to silence him because they are threatened by him. I don't think it's going to work. I think the opposite is going to happen. Quite frankly, I think my prediction is, and I'm no expert, it could be wishful thinking, is that in November there will be no such thing as a blue wave. Is because by attacking Alex Jones and by overtly acting like Nazis, the Democrats turn the rest of us against them. The only way they can win is they rig the elections, like they're trying in Ohio. Ohio 12's margin narrows as Franklin County finds votes. Ohio special election, how Franklin County lost and found 58 votes in tight race. Don't insult my intelligence, but I know they're going to because they think that we American people are stupid. Democrats know in their heart of hearts that we, the Americans, are stupid. That's what they think of us. Anyways, got to get back to work and make a living. Unlike welfare Democrats, I have bills to pay. And the only way I can pay bills if I bust my ass and bring a paycheck home. That's how it works for the conservatives, libertarians, and the freedom-loving people. The Democrats are snowflakes that live in their mama's garage or live on welfare or do worthless jobs for the government that nobody needs, or are mid-level executives that were born in privilege and live on a form of a corporate welfare. But I'm going to rail against that in another, in one of my other videos. I'm fired up today, so I'm going to sell up a storm. I'm in sales, even though I have a management title, but I'm a salesman. I have several good deals going today. I intend to make a bundle today. So, folks, please Go out there, kick some ass, and make some good money. And please keep your eyes open. Go back to sleep. Our republic is in danger. Our republic is in danger. So we need to be vigilant. We need to be vote for Trump-supported people, and we need to kick the Democrats' ass. We need to kick their ass bad, so they are afraid to raise their head. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it more than I can say. Have a blessed day, and let's keep up a good fight, guys. God bless you.